Coming to you direct from Silencer Shop Studios, home of the glass case of emotion.
SilencerShop.com, the easiest way to buy silencers online, period.
Stand by for education, enlightenment, enjoyment, and entertainment.
He's not here to talk about your feelings. He's not here to say what you want to hear. He's here to say what needs to be said.
Ladies and gentlemen, and children of all ages, please welcome your host, the pimp hand of America, Professor Paul Markle.
Thank you, everyone out there in the Student of the Gun listening audience. Thank you for the applause and the jeers and the cheers and everything else. Welcome to a brand new week of Student of the Gun Radio, and we are coming to you from our studios high atop the mountain in Saratoga, Wyoming. And it is T-minus 5 days until the beginning of the very first ever precision rifle class, the Spirit of the Rifleman. And we're going to be holding that right here this weekend. It won't be in town. It won't be in Saratoga. It's going to be out on the ranch. It's going to be out on Spur Outfitters Ranch at the 1,000-yard range. And if you are coming, if you're one of the few that are coming, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Okay? Do I need to say that one more time?
I think you should.
You think I should?
Yeah.
That voice you hear there is Jared. He is, he has his very own black carbon steel microphone. Jared, you have anything to tell the people that are coming for the class?
I love you.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about the class over here. I've got all of the most of the back end stuff done, and now we're just kind of waiting until Friday gets here.
Yeah, we're waiting. You're just waiting. We've got. We went out the other day. Like I said, we talked about it earlier. We went out and we set up the range. We made sure that all the target backers were out there, and we replaced the old ones with the rotten wood ones with new wood, and painted the steel. And hopefully nobody goes out there during the week and messes our steel up. But that's okay. We can always repaint it.
Yeah.
And Zach went out and he helped me. Jared helped me the one day, and then Zach went out and he helped me the other day.
I was super surprised that you were able to do the live thing from the 1,000-yard line.
Yes, I was. Well, you know why? Because there's a freaking tower right up on Needle Peak, which is only about a mile or two away, and you can see it. So it's line of sight. Yeah. And the one we did with Zach's phone was okay, but the one that I did with my phone, I think was really good. It was actually better than the one we do in the garage.
Was it?
Yeah. The quality at the 1,000-yard line was better than in the garage.
Yeah. I did get some pointers for the Wi-Fi extender thing, and I think Kevin Hammond's going to help me with it. So.
Excellent. Yeah, because we're going to start doing some regular Cigar Time episodes, some live stream and Cigar Time episodes. We're going to start doing those too. Oh, what have we been doing? Oh, I can tell you something. When the queen pin, when she has time off, she doesn't know what to do with herself. And did you guys know that if you go to the city pound, if you go to the dog pound, to that they don't just have dogs there? And you're like, well, yeah, they have cats too, but cats are evil, and usually the local Chinese restaurant picks them up and they don't stay there very long. But do you know that sometimes they have bunny rabbits at the pound? Did you know that? Jared, you knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew that before you knew that.
Well, and Zachary knew that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, so my wife adopted a rabbit from the pound. She rescued it. It didn't have a home, and it didn't have a master. And so she rescued the rabbit from the pound. It's a rescue rabbit. Do you know that's actually a legitimate hashtag?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Rescue rabbit?
Yeah, if you type in rescue rabbit to Instagram, you'll get like 3,000 hits. Or photos or responses or whatever you want to call it. Views. What do you say, Zach? Is that correct? Is Instagram hits?
Results.
Results?
Yeah.
Okay. Results.
It's pretty basic.
Hey, can I ask the shipping ogre a question?
Go for it.
That voice that you guys hear right there, that is the shipping ogre. He takes care of all of the online orders that you order. And I believe that the coffee has went out, correct?
Yes, it has. It went out yesterday.
As a matter of fact, people should already be getting it. They should, by the time they hear this is Monday.
Yep.
So Zach spent, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? All day.
What day is today?
Thursday.
Saturday? So, yeah, Thursday. I sent all day Thursday.
He spent pretty much all day. From the moment we got in until after lunch, he spent packing coffee.
Yeah.
Did it smell good?
Yeah, actually, the whole entire office smelled like coffee.
It's the ladies at the post office were upset when I came to get it because it was like an air freshener back there.
It was making the post office smell really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So the official Pimp Hand coffee went out to everybody who pre-ordered it, and there you go. Now all the grad program people this last weekend got their opportunity to buy. Speaking of cigars, it's cigar time.
Yep.
All the grad. Jared, how long did you give them?
I didn't give them a time limit yet.
Oh, okay.
I just I put it out there. I said, hey, this is available, and the time limit will probably be this weekend.
Okay. And that's something that we're doing. A lot of you guys out there, you may be a casual listener or you're just a new listener or whatever, and you're like, what's this grad program he speaks of? Well, the grad program and the people that are in it are dedicated members of the Student of the Gun family. They made a monetary investment, a monthly monetary investment to be a part of Student of the Gun. And because of their monetary investment and because of the fact that they're invested in this program, and we make sure that they get not only do they get the Friday bonus hour and they get the monthly Tactical Tutor newsletter, but they also, and then of course when you sign up, you get all kinds of like online material, videos and articles and all kinds of stuff to read. But something that we do for grad program members is that we give them exclusives, like exclusive promo codes, exclusive discounts, and exclusive first shots at things like autographed books, patches, you name it. So, because when we order patches, we're not a huge business. I mean, we're not that big. So I'm not going to go out and print 1,000 patches or 2,000 patches or whatever. Like a lot of you guys out there, you're like, well, patches, man, you need to order them in lots of 1,000 or whatever. We're actually not to that point yet where we're selling thousands upon thousands. So what we'll do is we'll order a set number. And the first come, first serve is grad program. They get first shots at them. And often we find that the grad program will buy them all up. Now, if there's any left over after the grad program gets first shot, then we'll sell them whatever's left over. But, that's part of being. And of course, if you are a grad program member, that gets you exclusive access to the coolest online social media group in the world, and that is the Liberty Mastermind Group. That is a bunch of like-minded individuals who get to communicate with each other via a private group on Facebook. So all those benefits. But yes, we did make the Cigar Etiquette for Barbarians signed copy, and they're getting a bonus too. Everybody who orders one gets a super special bonus just for being part of the grad program. Well, it's Monday. Should we talk about training at?
Well, we kind of already did, but if you guys want to get, like, those of you that are not coming this weekend, or even if you are, I don't really care. If you want to get training notifications for future classes, and then maybe I'll do something about some updates from this class that we have coming up this weekend, then you just text TRAIN, that's TRAIN, to 844-207-7684. Does that satisfy the need to talk about the training?
There you go. Text TRAIN to 844-207-7684. All right, cats and kittens and everyone across the world and planet Earth, it's Monday on Student of the Gun Radio. And because it's Monday, well, we are going to do our SWAT Fuel Warrior of the Week. And if you would like to be the SWAT Fuel Warrior of the Week, you can call, yes, with a phone. You can use a phone, and you can call 844-207-7684, and you can leave a very well-rehearsed question. Now, remember, kids, a question is one sentence with a possible follow-up sentence for clarification. A question is not an entire paragraph or a manifesto, just so you know. And if we believe that your question will benefit many, many, many people in the Student of the Gun listening audience, then we will choose it. You'll be the Warrior of the Week. You will get a free bottle of 9mm plus P. That is the endurance workout formula from our good friends at SWAT Fuel. So without further ado, Jared, go ahead and play the Warrior of the Week theme, please.
From Ohio. Professor Paul, Jared, my question is, what are the legalities behind a righteous citizen's arrest? After seeing zip cuts for sale on numerous occasions, I thought it was a good question for that gray area between the use of deadly force and letting a scumbag get away. Thank you.
All right. That is an excellent question. And Jared, go ahead and remind our Warrior of the Week what he needs to do to claim his free bottle of 9mm plus P.
Well, it's really simple. If you just send an email to that's info at studentofthegun.com, and you send your name, mailing address, phone number, and include your email typed into the body, please.
Okay. And also, if you were not the winner today, you can still go to swatfuelstore.com, go there, and use the promo code SOTG2015 at checkout, and you're going to save yourself some money. Okay, all right. Let's talk about citizen's arrest, reality versus fantasy. Now, unfortunately, in the United States of America, in the world, most of what people know, or most of what people think they know, is based upon television or movies or, gun shop rumors and so forth, conversations that you hear at gun shows or whatever. Or now, I say gun shows, Jared, and that's really a little bit dated. The fact of the matter is, I don't think that many people go to gun shows anymore. Maybe they do. I don't care. I don't go to gun shows because they're a waste of my time. But on the internet, right? So in forums and groups and so on and so forth. And
let me say something real quick. The people are going to ask you why you think gun shows are a waste of your time. And to that, I'm going to say that he did a video of that, and it's on the facebook.com/studentofthegun. You can go there. There's a video talking about why gun shows are a waste of his time.
Yes.
Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead and continue.
No. So people, the reason I know about citizen's arrest and I know about the law because I went through the police academy, and I'm pretty sure, if memory serves, we had 40 hours of both constitutional law and Ohio revised code law. I'm pretty sure it was 40 hours of 40. That's collegiate hours. That's class hours of legal studies, constitutional law, Bill of Rights, Ohio revised code, and so on and so forth. And one of the things about what is the difference between a citizen's arrest and an unlawful detainment or kidnapping or what have you. Now, kidnapping is generally when you take a person by threat or force from the place where they are found and remove them to another place. That is kidnapping. A lot of people say that, like, if you hold someone at gunpoint and they try to leave and you don't let them leave, that's kidnapping. Not really. It could be unlawful detainment or an illegal arrest or an unlawful arrest or what have you. And it depends on what state you live in, because states have different law. They use different verbiage in their laws. But when it comes to a justifiable, righteous citizen's arrest, number one, the crime must be a felony and it must be committed in your presence or your view. Okay? You say, well, of course, or what does that matter? Well, it does matter because, for instance, let's say someone runs up to you and they say, that guy over there stole my car. And you whip out your gun, you say, get on the ground, scumbag, and stay there. Did the felony occur in your presence? Well, no, but this guy said so. Okay. Folks, quit. We get really super confused. And when the questioner, the Warrior of the Week, you mentioned the zip cuffs or flex cuffs or what have you. And, some people I've seen articles and what have you that concealed carriers should carry flex cuffs on them and so on and so forth. And I'm going to say, not that that's a terrible idea, but here's the deal. You have to be 100% justified in your mind. And how are you justified? Well, something goes down right in front of your face, right? You see someone pull out a gun or a knife and attack another person, or they're attacking you, or they break into your home and they're inside of your home committing a theft offense, committing a burglary, a robbery, and home invasion, what have you, with or without the presence of a firearm, okay? Those people are obviously committing a felony in your presence, right? And somebody who likes, and I'm not going to get into shoplifting and so on and so forth, because there are the laws for shopkeepers and the rights of a shopkeeper to detain a thief and so forth. That's different from you, okay? And also, shoplifting is not a felony. And if you are not the shopkeeper or the representative of the shopkeeper, and you go like whipping out your Roscoe and killing people in parking lots, you're probably going to be in a lot more trouble than the guy who stole, $5 worth of merchandise or what have you. So just calm down right there. The main thing you need to ask yourself, and this is the number one question: if I fail to act, is there a better than average chance that the person, the individual, the criminal, the suspect, whatever, that they will do grievous harm to someone else? And this is, okay, so you witness a rape in progress, right? You witness a kidnapping in progress. We've had several stories that we've related to you over the years where citizens saw some guy stop, jump out of a car or a van, grab a kid, and try and pull them into the van. Okay, that's a kidnapping in progress. And you have to ask yourself at that moment in time, and you got to answer this question quick: if I fail to act, is there a chance that someone will receive harm, that they'll do grievous harm to me or another person? You're in a store, you're minding your own business, some guy comes in and shoves a gun or a knife in the face of a clerk. Or you could be shopping for groceries and a deranged ex-husband walks in looking for his wife because she moved and changed her phone number, and he can't find her at home and he can't call her anymore, but he knows where she works. So he goes to her place of work to find her. Now, you're just there shopping. It's 11 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. You're in the grocery store picking up some whatevers, right? And deranged ex-husband walks through the front door with a shotgun looking for his ex-wife. Did you plan to be there? You plan to be there. Did you plan to be in a gunfight that day? And you see that happening. You say, okay, I can either act or fail to act. But if I fail to act, is something bad probably going to happen? You say, well, what does that have to do with citizen's arrest? All right, well, let's say that you stop them. You whip out your Roscoe, or you hit them with a chair, or you put them into a freaking chokehold. There's a couple of really great videos on YouTube where idiots are, they got their backs turned to a citizen, and they got a knife out or a gun or whatever. They're going to tell the clerk put all the money in the bag, and the guy comes up and he puts him in a quite serious lateral vascular neck restraint and makes him go nighty-night. So let's say you're able to do that. Do you let that person, the deranged ex-husband who came in to kill his wife, his former wife, do you just let that guy go? Do you say, all right, now let that be a lesson to you, buddy. Don't do that again. And he says, I'll get you and your dog too, and runs out, right? If I let that guy go.
The voices.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too. Arr. And I would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for these meddling kids and their dog.
What do you think?
But, do you just let them go? Is there a greater than average chance? Are you willing to take that risk? Let's say. So you got a guy who is in the process of committing a violent felony, and you stop him, and he's paused, and he stops committing the felony, and he looks around, and you're going to let him go. And you have to say to yourself, well, if I let this guy go, what's going to happen? There have been numerous cases where bad guys were in the commission of a crime, robbery, kidnapping, rape, whatever, doesn't matter, and they go to get away. They run up to an intersection, and somebody stopped at a stop sign or a red light. They stick the gun in the face of the driver, take their car, or they kill them and take their car.
Yeah.
There's been several instances where felons trying to escape killed someone, shot someone, took their keys, took their car in order to facilitate their escape. You have to ask yourself, if somebody was willing to threaten another human with death via a knife or a baseball bat or a gun, they just were threatening to kill another human being. Give me what I want, or I will shoot you with this gun. That's deadly force. You guys don't understand that, right? So they were willing to do that at that moment. Do you think in 10 minutes they're not going to be willing to do that again? I'm being completely and totally serious. I mean, if someone was in the process of threatening another human being with deadly force, they're in a deadly force felony, and you stop them, they run away, they get out, they run out the back door. Are they like, oh man, I've changed my mind. I've decided that this isn't the way I want to live my life, and I'm never going to do that again. Do you really believe that? What is to stop you? What do you think is to stop them? They demonstrated by their behavior that they were perfectly willing to threaten the life of an innocent human being.
Well, you see, now what you're doing is you're judging somebody, and you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, that's right.
That's wrong.
Right. I'm actually basing it upon. And did no one in the audience ever see Spider-Man? Seriously, how many times does Uncle Ben need to die before we learn our lesson?
What do you think you are, some kind of superhero? You think you're Spider-Man? You can just go around and saving people?
Spider-Man wishes he was me. And the reason that I decided to choose this question today is because we just, as I was getting ready to do the show, a story broke from the FresnoBee.com. Yeah, out in California. So now, what do they have in California, Jared? What do they have? What do we know they have in California? What kind of control do they have?
They have gun control.
Gun control, man. They got more laws in California than you could shake a stick at, right? So you'd think, based upon the fact that you have a psychotic liberal hippie douchebag as a governor, you've got a whole bunch of liberal fascists in the Senate and the House, and they never met a gun control law that they didn't love in California, right? So with all of these laws, there should be no crime in California. There should be no gun crime. There should be no crimes committed with a firearm in California because, well, there's laws, right? They've got gun control. And you have to, if you want to be an armed citizen, you have to beg the state. You have to go to a minion of the state, to a state employee, and you have to quite literally beg them for permission to be an armed citizen, because it's not a de facto right in California. It's a privilege that is granted by your master. So how many people are actually legitimate armed citizens? A small percentage. Now, the story goes like this. Heroic Starbucks customer thwarts robbery attempt by knife-wielding man. Now, apparently, see, this is the weird thing. I watched the video, and it's just video. There's no audio to it. But a bad person, and I got to remember that I can't call this person what they actually are. A bad person walks into a Starbucks, and he's got a dollar store, one of those yellow dollar store shopping bags, and he produces a gun, and he points it at the clerk. And he's motioning with the gun, and the clerk is kind of looking at him like, I don't know what to do, and what should I do, and so on and so forth.
Like, didn't you get the memo? Then, we have gun control. You're not allowed to have that thing.
Yeah, it's like she's like, I don't know what that is. I'm afraid of guns, and I don't no. But so he pulls out this gun, then he pulls out a big silver knife, also, and he holds the knife and the gun in the same hand because he's got his shopping bag in the other hand. So she wasn't impressed by the gun. She's just standing there kind of staring at him like, I don't really know what to do. She's tapping the screen and so forth. And he's holding a gun and a knife, and he's telling her, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money, right? Well, what he doesn't know is that there's a guy in there, an adult male, and he picks up a chair and he walks up and he clocks this sumbitch. I think I can say sumbitch on the radio, can't I? And he wails on him. Now, the hero is a guy named Craig Jerry, age 58, and the scumbag is Ryan Flores, age 30. So he hits him with the chair and knocks his freaking mask off and so on and so forth. And they end up wrestling and rolling around on the ground. And the Flores guy cuts him. That's attempted murder. Okay. Then the hero gets the knife away from the attacker, from the criminal, turns it on him and stabs him. Well, they break up. You know, the Mr. Jerry has used all the gas in the tank, and they break up. And the bad guy realizes that he's had enough of this, so he runs out and he gets in a car and he's bleeding all over the place. And the police arrest him, and it says that he is in the hospital currently in serious condition. So you've got a guy, in this case, in a Starbucks. You've got a scumbag, and he walks in, and he's got the implements of deadly force. He's got a gun, and he's got a knife. Those are the implements of deadly force. He threatens the employees with deadly force. And what's really sick and twisted, and I'm going to have to talk about this in greater detail, and I'll tell you, I'll admit to you that one of the people that follows Student of the Gun on Facebook posted this story, and then, of course, like as per usual, people jumped in and made comments. And the comments from the good people or the reasonable people or the citizens about what should have happened really are disturbing. And I don't want to take up today's entire show talking about that, but I am going to say something that this is really shocking to me. This is surprising to me because they got a quote from, I'm trying to find it here, from the police chief of Fresno, right? And Chief Jerry Dyer called, this is the police chief. Now, Fresno's in California, right? And what you're expecting is a political hack, which is what most chiefs of police tend to be. And I'm sorry if you're a chief of police and you're a good conservative, constitutionalist, and you believe in rights and so forth. Great. But here's the facts. Pretty much every major metropolitan area in the United States has a police chief that's nominated by a bunch of liberal fascist Democrats, and they become political hacks. How many cities do you want me to point to? But this chief called the man in question a courageous hero who put his life at risk to thwart the crime. Whew. Wow. That blows me away. Jared, does that blow you away that a chief of police would call a citizen a hero?
Yeah, it does. Well, especially there. And as I was watching this video, I saw the dude come up with a chair in the background, and I was really excited to watch him get bashed in the back of the head. Yeah. But it's not like cowboy movies. He didn't go unconscious, and then they need to put heavier. Jared, or I'm sorry, not Jared, Zachary. If this were to happen in Five Guys, what do you think would have happened?
You probably would have barely noticed.
Yeah, well, in Five Guys, they have the aluminum chairs, and they only weigh like a couple of pounds apiece.
Yeah, they're like super light. Like if you go to scoot one back, you might like throw it across the freaking room.
Yeah. But the good news is with a Five Guys aluminum chair, you could put that thing up over your head and come down at 100 miles an hour. I mean, it would be like an aluminum baseball bat.
I was about to say it would be like a baseball bat.
I mean, you could really get some serious velocity with a Five Guys chair. So there's that.
Quick reset too.
Yes, quick reset too. Now here's the question. So should this guy, if he'd been able to, hold this other dude for the police to arrive? Should he have executed a citizen's arrest? Well, it would have been a lot easier well, first of all, if the guy would have been armed. If the hero would have been armed, the best thing for him to do would have been to get a good angle and to have dropped this joker, to shot him. And you're like, what do you mean a good angle? If you don't know what a good angle means, you need to get your butt in a training class. I don't have time to teach you on the radio. But so the main thing I know we've taken a lot of time for this, but it's important. I mean, this is some seriously important stuff here. When it comes to a citizen's arrest, in addition to opportunity, ability, jeopardy, all that, right? You've already gone through that checklist. You have to say, if I let this guy go, if I just say, hey, you better never do that again, and he runs around the corner or whatever, is there a likelihood? I mean, he was just threatening someone, he, she, it, whatever, was just threatening someone with deadly force. Is it likely that they will go right back into doing that? You say, well, I don't know. No, you don't know. Well, like, why don't cops just let guys go? Well, what do you mean? Well, why don't cops we know what he looks like and we think we have a good description. Just let him go. We'll probably catch him again later. You're like, well, that would be terrible because they could, what? If you ask a person, you said, well, why don't the cops just let people go? Why do they chase them? You're like, that's right. They should just let them go. And then someone will say, yeah, but what are they going to do in between the time that they were just robbing and raping and killing and so forth. If the cops let them go, and she's like, well, they'll just do more of that before they're in custody again. Yes, they will. So is the likelihood, of someone being harmed up to and including deadly force and death, is that pretty good? I don't know. You have to ask yourself that. But when it comes to legality, it has to be a felony committed in your presence. Okay. It can't be a misdemeanor, and it cannot be, a rumor. You're like, someone comes to you and say, hey, this guy stole my whatever. And so you go to their house, kick their front door in and arrest them. No, that doesn't work like that. So justifiable citizen's arrest. Yes, it is possible. And also you need to understand this. If you're holding a gun on someone and they attack into your gun, they're going to take your gun and kill you with it. All right. So you need to understand that. It doesn't matter if their hands are empty. If you're holding someone at gunpoint, if you say, stop, point a gun at them, they look at you, see your gun, and they attack into you, they're going to take your gun and kill you. That's what's going to happen. So you need to be mentally prepared to deal with that. All right. I think that's enough. Thank you very much for that excellent question. And I'm going to sip my beautiful, lovely Starbucks. Not Starbucks. We don't have Starbucks here. Sweet Marie's Bake Shop coffee, and I'm going to let Alex talk.
Attention, new listeners. We produced a free training video series called 7 Training Tips That Could Save Your Life. We want you to have access to this life-saving information. Get instant access now at studentofthegun.com. Do you watch Student of the Gun TV, read the blog, and follow us on Facebook? If you answered no to any of those questions, you are wrong, but you can easily fix yourself. Go to studentofthegun.com to find everything SOTG.
Yes, indeed. And you know what, Jared, I was thinking? I was thinking that this poor guy, he was just waiting for his grande Americano. This guy, he's got his flip-flops on. He's standing in Starbucks. He's over at the condiment table. And he's standing there patiently waiting for his grande Americano to show up. And then Johnny Douche Nozzle walks in, decides he's going to rob the place. And you know what I imagine was going through that guy in the flip-flops, and what was going through his head?
Something like, I didn't even get my freaking coffee yet.
He's probably thinking, so this is happening.
Huh, that sounds familiar, huh?
It's like, Well, so I guess this is happening. It's always, we can hit people with chairs and we can put them into lateral vascular neck restraints and we can do stuff like that. But it's better just to be an armed citizen.
Was that Coach that came up with the lateral vascular neck restraint, or was that you?
No, that's actually the LVNR is a legitimate term. Rich Grassi?
Yeah.
Pink Twinkies?
Yeah.
He actually was an LVNR instructor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's like a real technique.
No, that's a real technique.
Oh, I thought that was just like
neck restraint is a very, very real and very, very effective technique. I can testify to that.
Yeah.
Testify.
Yeah, I can too. I've both used it and been choked out with it. So.
Yep. And well, I've used it. I don't know if it was a record, but I had 3 people in less than 5 minutes choked out. So, including the wrestling coach. But that's a completely different story.
Yeah.
So and it it kind of makes you feel good when the wrestling coach compliments your LVNR.
Dude, that was a good one. Yeah.
That was good. It's like, man, that was good. Yeah. So people stop squirming around and flailing around when you put that on them. You give them a good LVNR and they just calm down. We're going to go to sleep now. Oh, but it's better to have a gun. Life is better if you have a gun. Hey, Jared, how about that for a new motto, for a new slogan for Crossbreed Holsters? Life is better if you have a gun. I'm just coming up with this stuff. I'm throwing it out there.
Yep.
Crossbreed Holsters, and you can find, if you want to be an armed citizen and have the proper gear to be an armed citizen, well, go to crossbreedholsters.com and they can hook you up. I guarantee it. They got something for you. They do. They make holsters for guns that and you'll look at it. You'll look at their holster list. It'll say, which gun do you want to choose this for? And you're going to look at it and say, what? Do they still even make those? I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they have holster molds for the AMT backup. I think they might actually have holster molds for that. I don't know. Have to check.
You just lost half the listener base.
I know. Anyway, go to crossbreedholsters.com and check them out. Frog Lube is green. It's minty fresh. It is a bio-based firearms lubricant. That's right. It's non-petroleum. It will not hurt your primers, your ammunition, your electronics, or your optics. But here's what it will do. It'll keep your gun from rusting and keep it also in good working order. But you also have to clean your guns. Now, you're like, what? I don't want to clean my gun. I just want to continuously dump lubricant on top of it. Well, you can do that to a certain point. Eventually, you're going to have to get some of that unburnt carbon and powder and all that nastiness out of there. But Frog Lube has CLP, and they have solvent, and they've got wipes, and they've got all kinds of crazy stuff. And I don't know what the clock is at right now, Jared. I'm not sure where the clock is at on our giveaway, but we're giving away a Frog Lube cleaning kit in our SOTG giveaway for all those who signed up and took advantage of that.
Yep.
Check them out at froglube.com.
If you're not
Century Arms. What?
I would say if you're not signed up for the giveaway yet, just go to SOTGgiveaway.com. We've got exactly 7 days until we choose a winner. So
all right.
Well, SOTGgiveaway.com.
SOTGgiveaway.com. We got products from Crossbreed, products from Frog Lube, products from Century Arms, products from Duracoat. Century Arms is the sweetest smelling arms maker in the U.S. of A. They extended their $50 rebate on their rifles. So if you want to take advantage of that, you've got until mid-August to do it. So get on it, freaks. Duracoat, why? Because life is too short to have an ugly gun, beginning and end of sentence. Now, you can get Duracoat products from them at LauerWeaponry.com. You can get your gun tattoos. You can get your DuraBlue, DuraDyes. You can get your heavy metal colors. You can get all that. You can even get slightly darker black. That's right. You can get the official slightly darker black from Duracoat. You can also shop at Brownells. Now, if you're shopping at Brownells.com, and I'm telling you what, this is the summer. This is the summer of love if you are a gun person, because everybody is running specials. Everybody's running specials, discounts, promo codes, free shipping, all kinds of stuff. And, the only way you can know about what's going on is to go to brownells.com and sign up for their newsletter. And then when they run crazy things like $350 rifles and, free shipping, unlimited, all that stuff, you'll know about it because, well, you'll be in the know. So go to brownells.com and see what they've got. All right. We have wild animals are attacking people all over America. All over America, wild animals are attacking people. Coyotes are attacking people. Bears are attacking people. I haven't seen a mountain lion one recently, but I know they're going to be doing it soon. And bobcats. We just had a report from Arizona where a bobcat in the middle of the day just walked up, attacked a dude's dog. Then someone tried to stop it, and it turned on a dude and attacked the guy. Broad daylight. Don't bobcats know they're not supposed to do that? Well, because you are a student of the gun listener, what we've got for you is we have exclusive audio of a bobcat attack. And I want to play it for you right now. So listen up.
Could you give me my shower?
That is exclusive
funny.
audio of a bobcat attack. And you're only going to get that here on Student of the Gun. So you're welcome. Story from Fox4KC.com. Video shows bobcat attack man and German shepherd on an Arizona street. What the farfignugan? Dateline, Anthem, Arizona. A bobcat recorded attacking a bobcat recorded attacking a German shepherd, and a bystander in Arizona has been tested for rabies, according to KTVK TV. What an awesome opening sentence that was. According to the Daisy Mountain Fire Department, a man was walking his dog, a German shepherd, near the country club area when a bobcat started chasing the pair. So here you are, you're like, me and Fido, we're going to go out for a walk. And what the farfignugan is that? Looks like a big cat with a flat face, and it's gray. And holy crap, it attacks the dog. And then a bystander stopped to try and aid the man to get the bobcat off the dog, and the bobcat turned on him. What the? Don't they know that they're not supposed to do that? Should they not? Can't we all just get along? Someone needs to send this bobcat to like therapy or to that special that seminar, the Can't We All Just Get Along seminar. It said that Arizona Fish and Game had to put the animal down because it refused to surrender. Lethal force had to be used to stop the threat. So here's the deal. What the hell? Folks, if you're going to be out walking your dog, take your gun with you. You're like, but I got a dog. Take a gun too. It might be your dog's life you're saving. And something else, if you guys want to go to some training, if you have not explored and been taught the art of the contact shot, I highly recommend that you get your butt into a training class and learn how to do it. So, wild animals are wild. Wild animals don't care if you say, stop, I have a gun. Wild animals are just going to keep on biting you and other people until you make them stop. And generally, the best way to do that is ballistically. So I just thought, given the bear attacks and the coyote attacks and all the other attacks, that you guys would appreciate a bobcat attack story. All right, that's it for a Monday, kids. I have no more for you, but I will be back tomorrow. Let me scroll down the old show notes. Oh, Bart rapes are on the rise. And you're like, Simpson? Bart Simpson is raping people? No, it's not Bart Simpson. It's the other Bart. But we're going to talk about that tomorrow on Student of the Gun Radio. Remember, you're a beginner once. You should indeed be a student for life.